Welcome, Jackie Atchison. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm Roseanne DeTorres, and I'm the managing partner of DeTorres and DeGeorge Family Law. And today is our inaugural educational video where we provide our clients with some information from other professionals that can support them through their divorce journey. So I wanted to welcome you, Jackie, to our educational video. So please tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and what you do. And then you and I are going to have a little conversation about that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me, and an honor to be part of your inauguration into interviewing folks in the need of divorce. Okay. A certified divorce coach is a relatively new field for divorce professionals. What we do is allow the client to rant and rave while we push them forward through the process. We move them out of the emotional brain. Again, the rant and rave is quick and fast. We need to understand what's going on. But unlike therapy, it pushes you backwards to try to figure out what went wrong. We move them forward in many ways. We move them forward to figuring out what their goals are, and through baby steps, get them to their goals, through the divorce process, through interviewing attorneys, through figuring out what it is exactly they want, what they're willing to compromise on, how to stay healthy through the process because they're not sleeping well, they're not eating well. So how can you make decisions when your brain is in a remote, foggy state, and a very emotional state at that? I start with clients just like you when they come for a consult, Roseanne, when they're even in the should I or shouldn't I stage of putting information together. I work with them. I work with attorneys through confidentiality and privilege if necessary. I work with them on their budgets, on their numbers, not just gathering for the attorney, but for themselves to see how they can progress through the process and live on their own. And my past history in numbers allows me to help them see where they can cut back on certain things and still live a really good life. I like to think of myself as wholesale versus retail. And that's what I help them do in their life. And of course, we charge a lot less than the attorneys, not taking anything away from the attorney, but we're trained to do this kind of work. And unfortunately, until recently, the attorneys had to do everything, whether they were trained in it or not. Would you agree?
Yes, I do. And what I really like about what you're saying is that we are very sensitive to all the needs of our clients. I'm the expert in the law. I'm going to handle the legal side. But we are very sensitive to what the whole person needs, and we are interested in providing our clients with sort of wraparound services and services to help them in all aspects of their life as they move through this process. So can you give me a couple of examples of how you're different from either like a lawyer or a therapist? And then give me some specifics about how you would help a person that's going through a divorce in that process.
Well, first of all, I have been in my past life, and if needed now, I'm also a certified mediator. I've done a lot of divorce work. So between mediation and coaching, I am not a lawyer. I do not ever give legal advice. I don't care what state you're from, what country you're from. If you can find it on the internet and we want to have a conversation, that's one thing. But advice is an absolute no-no for me, okay? That's what the lawyers are for. As far as therapy, again, we don't go backwards. We know you've had problems. And while I understand it, my job as a coach is really understanding the brain and how you can pause and change your communication styles throughout this process and for your future to go and be this better person. So we work along those lines as well. One of my first clients, which was very interesting, was a man. And it was a very contentious situation. There was guardians needed, he needed supervision. There was all these horrible things going on. It was a second marriage for him, 2 sets of children, money, a lot of money involved. But because of the situation, he had 3 children, and because he needed supervised visits, he was always going out to dinner with the 3 children, supervised visit, and problem because he couldn't even take his son to the bathroom because the supervisor was a woman. And the older daughter was taught by the mother to now really dislike the father. Couple that with a teenage girl, it was a horror show. He didn't know how to communicate with his children. He didn't know how to look at his agreement to see what was fair and not fair. It was a second divorce, and he felt like everything was against him. So just quickly, the main part for me is always about the children. So he had asked me, as a woman, what is it that I can do to be involved with my children? Now, again, I don't want to give them advice or ideas, but through my probing questions, I reminded him of, and again, a man who's a working husband, let me just go back to that, or whoever the spouse is that isn't one who brings home most of the money, is really not the one involved in the house and the children. They come along for the ride. Oh, Sunday, we're going to go to the zoo with the children. Oh, Tuesday night, we're going to dinner with so-and-so. So he always went along for the ride. He doesn't know what to do with his children. So I reminded him, and we had a conversation. What are the things your children enjoyed doing other than going out to dinner? And he had to think back. And he did. He remembered that they enjoyed playing tennis, that they did love going to the zoo, that they did love going into the city and walking around and exploring new neighborhoods. He was, and again, it sounds so simple, but when you're really upset, you can't think. I mean, it's rough. I asked him, of course, when he can't come up with an answer, I kind of like remind him of other things some of my other clients did. So I reminded him, especially with this daughter, that was really, really a rough one. Do you have photos of you and your daughter happy together? Why don't you put a photo in and send her a little love you note every week? Whether she responds or not is not important. She will respond. Just take the time to remind her of the happy times. And by the end, when we went through his agreement and everything was good, it worked out great. He was seeing his children, supervised visits were no longer needed. I mean, everything just worked out really well. He got what he needed, his wife did, his children were happy. Again, it's work, everything is work, but it was a happy thing. I got really a beautiful letter from him.
And so tell me how you act as a support to a client with respect to their attorney.
Okay, well, with the attorney, a lot of times, depends if it's a larger firm attorney or a smaller firm attorney, but a lot of times the clients are looking to save money all around. Attorneys charge a lot more than I do. So what I tell my clients is, don't do the rant and rave with your attorney. Don't call them if he's pissing you off or she's upsetting you about who needs the sofa or who's going to get this or that. I mean, that costs you not just your attorney, but their attorney. So double that amount of money. You do it with me, you call me, you do the pause, you do the rant and rave, and then we figure out how you're going to proceed. Don't put anything in writing that's going to backfire. I mean, that's really a rough one. And I offer what I call laser coaching sessions in between. If you have a problem and you know you're going to make a mistake because you're so emotional, call me or text me. I get back to my clients by the end of the day. And by then, they're calm enough to have this fast coaching session with me. So they're calmer, they don't make mistakes, which is helpful to the attorney.
Right. Wonderful.
They want to spend time with clients upset. They want, like you said, they want to do the legal work. So I pick up on that end.
Gotcha.
One of the many pieces.
So tell the audience how they can find you and contact you.
Okay. Well, I am a certified divorce coach. I'm the founder at Better Path to Divorce, and my website is betterpathtodivorce.com or Jackie, JACQUI, at Better Path to Divorce. You can reach me there or through my website, or you can call me, and my number is, or text me, 917-353-1655.
Great. Jackie, thank you so much for your time today. And I just want to end by saying that us at the Taurus and DeGeorge, we want to help our clients in all aspects of their life move through the process of divorce. And using a divorce coach is a terrific way to be able to do that, to save some money, and to let somebody help you work through the process of divorce. And Jackie Atchison is an expert in that arena. Jackie, thank you again.
Roseanne, thank you. And I look forward to helping all our clients go through this difficult time and just move through divorce and get on with their lives. They all deserve it.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks. Bye.